We all love a quick meal, especially one that stores and reheats really well. We're making sticky garlic and ginger beef. You can also use chicken, a nice chicken stock rice. It's a beautiful combination and it's high protein. This right here is everything we're going to need for today's recipe, plus the additions of rice, oil, and pepper. So we'll start off with our protein. I'm using 800 grams or 1.8 pounds of rump steak. It's quite lean. You can use chicken if you prefer. All we're going to do with this is just thinly slice it. Now I have placed this in the freezer for about 20 minutes or half an hour, just to slightly firm it up a little bit. Just makes things so much easier when it comes to thinly slicing. And if you can, slice it against the grain. It breaks up the muscle fibers and just makes everything a little bit more tender. With that done, get the beef into a large mixing bowl. Half a teaspoon of corn flour or cornstarch. 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. This is not bicarbonate of soda, it's the different one, and we want to use this to be able to tenderize our meat, which is also known as velveting. Grate in 3 cloves of freshly peeled garlic, as well as 1 tablespoon or roughly 15 grams of peeled ginger. And I'm not going to be seasoning it with salt because the other sauces are quite high in sodium, so we're just going to add a little bit of ground white or ground black pepper. Give that all a really good mix. Just make sure you break up that garlic and ginger, as well as any of that beef that may be stuck together. Make sure everything is coated in that corn flour or cornstarch, as well as that baking powder. And that's a really simple marinade that we can leave to rest for about 30 minutes out of the fridge. While we're waiting, I'm just going to use 2 spring onions or scallions and very thinly slice these. You can add them to the beef while it's cooking, or you can use it as a garnish, which is what I'm going to be using. Like I always say with spring onions, don't go out and buy a whole bunch just to use 2. It's a waste of money. Only use them if you have them. Now for our sauce, into a bowl add 3 tablespoons of hoisin sauce, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of honey, just adds a little bit of sweetness, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, 2 tablespoons of chicken stock, and about 5 cracks worth of black pepper. Give that a whisk just until everything's combined and nice and smooth, and we can pop this aside until we're ready to cook. Before we cook the beef, we'll get the rice on. What I have here is 1.5 cups or 300 grams of washed jasmine rice. Add it into a saucepan. Add in 2.25 cups or 550 milliliters of chicken stock or water, but chicken stock's got that extra flavor, and then place this over a high heat. Give it a quick mix just to prevent anything from clumping up, and then bring it up to a boil. Place on a lid, reduce the heat to low, and we're going to cook this for 12 minutes over a low heat, and then turn off the heat and leave the lid on for a final 5 minutes to continue steaming. So with everything timed in correctly, we can now place a large pan or wok over a high heat and get this nice and hot. With the pan heating up, we can add in 1 tablespoon of neutral oil, and we're going to cook this in batches to avoid steaming, so add in about half of the beef. Spread it out so it's not sitting on top of one another, and keep this over a high heat as the cold beef will cool the pan down slightly, and we want to get that really nice sear all over. We're going to cook this for about 2 minutes, just until it's cooked to your liking. If you're using chicken, you probably need to cook this for about 3 to 4 minutes. I've let this sit for about a minute just to build up that crust. We don't want to move it around too much, otherwise you'll knock too much heat out. But this time we're just going to flip it over and make sure it's got that nice crust all over. So once you're happy with it, that beef's got a nice crust and it's not completely overcooked, it's still about medium rare at this stage, I'm going to remove this from the pan and place it into a bowl. Get that pan back over a high heat, let it come back up to temp, adding in about a teaspoon of neutral oil, and we can continue with the remaining batch. With the second batch done, turn this down to a medium heat, add in the other batch and any resting juices. Give your sauce a quick whisk just to make sure all of those ingredients are thoroughly combined, and then tip that in. And then with this over a medium heat, we're just going to mix this around, make sure everything's coated, let it pick up all of those flavors that may be stuck to the pan. We're going to cook this for about 2 minutes until it's thick, it's glossy, and it's completely coating all of that beef. We're also not going to be using this many spring onions for garnish, so we can add about half of that in there. Also, if you wanted to add any sorts of vegetables to this, be my guest, add whatever you like. It really doesn't matter what you use. Give that a mix through, just make sure everything is reducing nicely. If it does take a little bit too long, you can increase the heat. Just let those natural sugars in all of that sauce start to caramelize, and that's what's going to help thicken our sauce and create a really nice, deep, rich flavor. Also, one little thing to note is if you do happen to reduce it too far and it does get a little bit too thick, you can add a splash more chicken stock just to thin it out a little bit. But if you cook it for about 2 minutes, you shouldn't have that problem. So after about 2 minutes, the sauce is nice and thick. We still have quite a bit of sauce in the pan, which is exactly what we want. Double check it for seasoning and remove and set aside. With the rice, just carefully remove that lid, and then we can fluff this up with a fork or a spatula. You can add some more spring onions or even a little bit of sesame oil and sesame seeds through this if you prefer, and we have that nice soft fluffy rice cooked in a chicken stock for extra flavor. So with serving up, we're going to use 5 750 milliliter containers, which I have a link for in the description. With the rice, I'm placing this off to one side, and you can evenly divide this by 5, or you can weigh everything out. That choice is all yours. As for me, I'm going to be placing that beef onto the side next to the rice, and just make sure you evenly portion it out so everyone has the same amount of beef. There will be quite a bit of pan sauce left as well, so make sure you evenly distribute that between the 5 containers. An optional step is to add some sesame seeds over the top. If you don't have them, don't worry too much. And with that spring onion or scallion that we had left over, this can evenly be divided between the 5 containers. Let them cool down for about 15 to 20 minutes. We can place on the lids. They will last 4 days in the fridge and 4 months in the freezer. As for reheating, your best bet's going to be a microwave for about 3 minutes, mixing it around halfway through. So with everything said and done, we can then dig in. That meat is tender, has a beautiful flavor, it's rich, it's sticky, the rice perfectly absorbs that sauce. It's just a beautiful combination, and I cannot wait for you guys to try this recipe.